Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
And KELY News, brought to you by Sahara Motors. It's time to get back to the grind. After one more trail on the Kawasaki KLX 300R, check one out today at Sahara Motors, about a mile north of Ely on US 93. Well, that hot, dry week is going to give way to monsoonal moisture, and it is moving northward into eastern Nevada, bringing hope for showers and thunderstorms Friday through Tuesday. Look for today's high around 93 degrees. Mount Wheeler Power warning customers about a scam letter circulating in the area. The letter falsely uses the company's name and claims customers are required to have a home warranty. Mount Wheeler says it does not sell or require home warranties. The notice didn't come from them. Customers who receive suspicious mails, phone calls, emails urged not to share personal information, but instead contact Mount Wheeler Power directly, 775-289-8981. White Pine County Sheriff's Office handled a busy day of calls on Monday. Deputies responding to several reports of threats, including 2 separate instances at Ely businesses and another involving an ex-domestic partner. They also investigated a domestic disturbance at an apartment complex, a fight outside of a business, and property damage to a vehicle. Other calls included fireworks at an apartment complex, a welfare check, an abandoned vehicle that was towed, and medications placed into lost and found. Deputies also responded to wildlife collisions, one with a deer on a state highway and another with an antelope on a county road. The blotter also noted juvenile concerns, an alarm at a business, and reports of suspicious or intoxicated drivers. No new arrests reported. Cottonwood Peak Fire north of Tuscarora is now 64,000 acres, and it's only 4% contained. 720 firefighters battling extreme conditions. The fire at times yesterday was advancing a mile an hour. Crews working around the clock to protect ranches and structures along Highway 226, where the fire crossed the roadway and it's pushing toward national forest land. No buildings lost. Air tankers, helicopters, bulldozers, hand crews reinforcing lines. Campgrounds and part of Highway 226 remain closed. Hope is fading for finding one of Nevada Northern Railway's cats, Kenny Cat, or Kenny. He's been missing now for some time. He is all orange, white face, white belly. Now, they did have a new sighting, and they are putting out, baiting a trap, hopefully, to find him. Tips of his paws are also white. $250 reward being offered if you see Kenny. Call the railroad. 775-289-2085. If you're trying to get downtown today, allow a lot of extra time. If you're bound and determined to go down Altman, it's a mess this morning. But the Shell downtown did drop their regular price to $320. So everywhere in Ely is either $319 or $320. $319 at the Sinclair up on Great Basin Boulevard. Also, the Shell on East Altman and the Golden Gate are at $319. Everybody else in town, including Love's, for cash, is at $320. Now, a diesel, different story altogether. $349 at the Golden Gate and the Shell on East Altman. The Love's is at $384. Shell, Great Basin, and Sinclair are at $383. Congressman Stephen Horsford toured the ICE facility in Pahrump on Tuesday, weeks after he said he was first denied entry. Horsford speaking with 9 detainees, raising concerns about delayed medical care, lack of access to attorneys, and detainees being moved across state lines without notice. Governor Lombardo has authorized up to 35 Nevada National Guard members to assist the Department of Homeland Security. The small contingent will provide clerical, administrative, and logistical support, not law enforcement or detainee contact. The mission, fully federally funded under Title 32 status, runs through mid-November, keeps the governor in command. Officials say the effort mirrors the Guard's COVID-19 support role, allowing federal immigration officers to focus on core duties while guardsmen handle paperwork, case management, and vehicle maintenance. Nevada, already the nation's driest state, getting drier as groundwater supplies rapidly disappear. A new study in Science Advances shows the American Southwest, including Nevada, one of 4 global mega-drying regions. Researchers say the lower Colorado River Basin has lost the equivalent of Lake Mead's full capacity in just 20 years, mostly from drought and overpumping. Nearly half of Nevada's counties depend on groundwater for more than 80% of their supply. Many basins are already overpumped. Experts warn that without better management, agriculture, ecosystems, and local communities face serious risk. A Mexican national with a violent criminal past in Las Vegas has been sentenced to 6 years in federal prison for living in the U.S. illegally. Prosecutors say 46-year-old Antonio Lugo Campos had been deported twice before, but returned and in 2021 beat his ex-girlfriend and later shot her boyfriend, and a neighbor. He'll also serve 3 years of supervised release after prison. At 20 minutes past 8 o'clock for Sahara Motors, that's your checkup news from the state of Nevada.
Get $100 off your next vehicle and help local students. Only at Sahara Motors. Now through August 22nd, bring in school supplies when you buy a vehicle, and you'll get $100 off your purchase. No strings attached. Everything donated will go to Learning Bridge Charter School and David E. Norman Elementary School, helping kids start the year strong. It's a great way to give back and drive off in something new. Not ready to buy? That's okay. We're still accepting donations and would love your support. Let's make this school year brighter, one car and one classroom at a time. Stop by Sahara Motors just a mile north of Ely on US 93 and ask for Shauna about the back-to-school special. And tell Shauna Wyatt sent you by. We're here to help at Sahara Motors in Ely.